Making art, for me, was inevitable, although it took me many years to realize something that had been present my whole life. Okay. Let's start the video. A couple of months ago, I decided with Ainit, with whom I'll be sharing this channel, to start making YouTube videos to share anecdotes, give opinions, and talk about different topics. Animating everything. But how did it all begin? Well, about a year ago, I got my degree in audiovisual arts from a place where I learned about cinema, photography, television, and a little bit of animation. And in that tiny bit, I found an entire world of opportunities. During the third year of my career, on the first animation class, the professor told us that we didn't have to be really good at drawing to be able to animate. And that changed everything for me. This story is told backwards, so let's go back to the year 2010 when I was finishing high school. By that time, I was certain that I wanted to be an interpreter. But out of curiosity, I decided to try downloading the software 3D Studio Max and see if I could make something. I watched some tutorials and I slowly began to learn the different tools. I went to a Show 3D design course, and after a while, I had completely discarded the idea of being an interpreter. I began searching for a university with a career in 3D design, and I finally found the perfect one. The career was only 3 years long, it had really good professors, great variety of classes, and I abandoned it after a year and a half, because I felt like after all that time I hadn't learned enough. For a long time, I thought that my interest in art had begun like that, suddenly and without any explanation. But, as this video will prove, I was completely wrong. Now, let's go back in time once more, without caring about the chronological order. Before animation, before my career in audiovisual arts, and even before 3D design, I did a lot of artistic activities. But I ended up abandoning them one by one because I believed that if I wasn't good enough, I would never be able to improve. For me, painters, artists, sculptors, they were all born with talent, and because I didn't have it, I would never be able to get it. I did origami for a while. I practiced making many different shapes, but as I advanced, the designs became more and more complicated, and sometimes I had to start from scratch. So, I quit. I tried modeling with clay, but the results weren't as good as I wanted, so I quit. I wanted to make my own card game, but I only managed to make a deck of really unoriginal cards, and I never played with them, so I quit. For many years, I watched the TV show Art Attack, where they showed how to make tons of arts and crafts, but I never tried making anything out of fear of failure. The last thing I want to mention is something that has been with me my whole life, and to which I'll probably dedicate a video in the future. Lego. Since I was a child, I built tons of things out of bricks, and I enjoyed every second of it, except spending ages trying to find the one piece I was looking for. And I think all the things made it impossible for me to do anything else but art. What? I hear you say. You think this is art? Ha! Okay, I'll admit it. For many of you, the word art might carry a weight far too great for my shoulders. But for me, art is extremely accessible, because a word with such a blurred definition allows anyone to consider anything they want as art. And for me, right now, I'm making art.